You got questions? Jay Wayne got answers. It's the Jay Wayne Q&A show.
Jay Wayne, trading get paid. Jay Wayne, he got the answers. Q&A. Jay Wayne, Jay Wayne, Jay Wayne Q&A.
Jesse, what's going on? This is Jay Wayne Q&A show. How can I help you?
How do you find your trade setup? What time frame to look for trade setup?
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from the Philippines. It's morning in here.
And you up in there grinding with me. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I love your video too.
So look, what time frame? You gotta have a time frame where you mark up your charts, and you have to have a time frame where you enter. Okay.
Mark up the charts.
So what type of trader are you? Day trade or scalper?
A day trader.
Okay.
Sometimes scalp.
So you need to mark up. You need to go from the daily, and you need to mark up the daily. You need to see if you see any patterns, triangles, trend lines, wedges. You need to try to find those things on the daily. Okay. You need to find. Let me show you. Let me take you to the chart. So this is the daily chart right here, EURUSD. All right. So look at this. You need to see this big trend line break here.
Okay.
So you need to analyze from the daily first. All right. Now watch this. Okay. Right here. So now go to the 4-hour chart, and you're waiting, and this is where you adjust things. So you can start adjusting your trade. All right. So on a 4-hour, it broke, and then it went back into this consolidation, right? All right. So now you're waiting. If you took the breakout on this trade, you won. Like, you won a lot of pips on this. All right. That's 73 pips on the breakout. Every time a breakout happens, a pullback usually comes after. So now go back to the daily chart, and you're still waiting. It's a big wick on the daily though. That breakout that was on a 4-hour chart is just a wick on the daily chart. So you're still waiting. The trend line is still valid. So boom, go to the 4-hour. You're waiting for this trend line to break. All right. So now you got it marked up. You can tweak it. You can tweak it a little bit, and then now go to the hour chart. Now look at this. This is the chart where I'm marking up my patterns and different things. So you can even do this. Do you see that? Do you see this triangle pattern here?
Yeah.
So now you can wait for a break to the upside. If it's going to do it, you'll be ready. But from the 4-hour, from the daily, it might come down and test this 50 again. So you're ready either way. So now look at this. You're waiting for it to happen. So now you just wait, and when it break that 50, you don't enter too early. Do not enter until the 50 is broken, right? Or the trend line. So this is what it looked like. All right, and you're gonna go down to the 15-minute, and you're gonna enter. You're gonna be entering right there on the trend line break. Right there. This is what the 15-minute chart looked like. All of this area right here, my brother, all of this right here was a wick. It was a wick on the daily. That's all that was. All right. It was just a wick on the daily. All right. That's all it did, was just come back. So right here, this is what you're waiting for. All right. So do that make sense? Like, are you understanding me? Because I know you from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I understand so much.
Yep, absolutely. So let me help you out. So here's the breakout of the trend line on the daily. You were waiting possibly on the lower time frame. Since you're a day trader, you could have took the buy if it broke, but it didn't. It didn't break to the top. It broke to the bottom. Now look, when you're on an hour chart, where do you take profit at? it broke the 50 and it broke the triangle, it broke the trend line. Where do you take profit at? Go back to the higher time frames. The 50 was sitting right there. That's where you're going to take profit at. See, let me go back for you. I don't want to rush you. Look at this. If it breaks the trend line, that's to take profit. How many pips is that? Let me show you. That's 75 pips from the breakout of the triangle to the 50. That's 75 pips. That's plenty enough for a day trader. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep. So that's
I'm just always logging 15 to 20.
Say it again.
I'm only logging 15 to 20 pips.
Oh, okay. That's the moving averages you like to use?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm using it. Your moving average.
Yeah. I like to use the 50 because it shows me the momentum. It shows me where the momentum is going. So if you can find the 50 combining with a pattern, a triangle, a head and shoulders, it's powerful when you combine the two. All right. So hey, I hope I answered your question, Jesse. Man, I appreciate you for hopping on from the Philippines. Shout out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
sir.
much.
Let's make this money, baby. Peace.
I always share your video.
Yo, my brother, what's going on? Welcome to the J Wayne Q&A show, man. How you doing?
Yes.
Hey, what can I help you with, my man? Where you from?
I'm from Suriname.
Hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you for hopping on. I know it's probably late there.
Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Okay. Hey, what can I help you with, my bro?
Yeah, as reason, I'm looking at the GB pair, and
so your internet was breaking up really bad, and I barely heard you, but I think I heard you. So I'm gonna answer your question real quick to the best of my ability because you was cutting out, but I'm thinking that you're talking about the 50 moving average on different time frames. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. So look, let me just tell you real quick. When you're looking at the 50 moving average, I want you to look at the higher, the one that's most important is the one that's the higher time frame. Okay. So I want you to look at the 50 moving average on the daily. All right. Is price below it or above it? And if price is below it, we're looking for sales. Now, let me just show you on the chart real quick. So go to the daily on EURUSD, and it works for anyone. Let me see here. All right, look at this. The price is below the 50 moving average. Okay, price is below the 50. So that means we're looking for sales now. So every time frame lower, I'm looking for it to line up. I'm looking for it to look for sales. If the 50 moving average was, if price was above it on the hour, and if price was above it, but when you go to the daily, it's below it, I'm looking at the daily. The daily one is more important to me. I'm not gonna get confused by that. I'm gonna look at the daily time frame. All right. And then every time I go down lower, I'm looking for price to still be lower. If it's not lower, I'm gonna wait for it to break the 50 on the lower time frames. I'm basically telling you, bro, I'm going off of the higher time frame 50 moving average. That's what I'm doing. I'm going off of the higher time frame. And every lower time frame below the daily, the 30, the 15, they all need to be underneath it for me to take the trade. Other than that, if the lower time frames is not matching up with the higher time frame 50, then I wait for them to line up. All right. So hopefully I answered your question. Your internet was cutting out real bad, but hopefully I answered it. And I'm in the higher time frame, 50 moving average is more important than like a 15 or a 30. So, all right, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for hopping on. Let's make this money, man. Love you, man. Peace. hopefully I answered it. And in the higher time frame, 50 moving average is more important than like a 15 or a 30. So, all right, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for hopping on. Let's make this money, man. Love you, man. Peace.